Hey everyone, welcome to Inspired Minds. My goal with the show is to introduce you guys to the people and ideas that will help you execute on your dreams and goals. Inspired Minds is the best place to learn, listen, and grow. Today's guest is Johnamy Williams. Hi brother, how are you?
How are you?
Great man, great. So let's first speak about how me and you met. It was at a party. Uh, it was 2 years ago. A year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And basically, bro, like when I got there, you were very quiet, I remember. Uh, but immediately, I think I approached you, and we spoke, and when we spoke, and then you spoke to me, and we just clicked, everything clicked. And I like that, man, honestly. Like, I don't know what's your opinion. How did you see things that night when you met me and things?
Obviously, when I came there, it was what I like to do is I like to scan my environment.
Yeah, observe.
Yeah, see who's who and whatever the case may be. And then when I saw you, I was like, okay. When we started speaking, I could immediately pick up that you're not, well, not like we judge or we think we're better than others, but it's just, I could see, that they say energies don't lie.
Yeah.
So I picked that up and we speak to this guy and we spoke. And then, we spoke for hours about meaningful things.
Yeah, so tell us about your background and what you do.
My background, I think we all have a sad story, to be honest with you. Not all of us have a perfect story. So for me, that doesn't really matter. Um, Cliche stories of, well, not cliche, but not growing up in a peace environment, which was playing Cape Flats, as everyone would know. Um, and I'm living in Strandfontein. But I believe that was essential for my growth. I can now piece why I had to be there and why I'm here and where I want to be. I can understand why I was brought up in that environment. And I don't believe there's anything wrong with the environment if you can see why. Because when we were born, we don't have a choice to say, okay, listen, I want to be in Constantia, I want to be here, I want to be there, I want to understand. So it's not your fault, so you don't have a reason to blame anything. If you were there, you were put there to learn and, it's up to you. And I'm a sales manager at Sanlam. I graduated last year and I'm still currently studying my second qualification.
Okay, great. So diving into your world, how you see things and where everything started for you when you made that crossover. Speak to us about that, bro. Speak, please. I'm excited.
So it was 2015. Um, I was actually supposed to study civil engineering. So you can see the two, it was like a complete 360 that I did. And when it was time, it's just not something that caught me, It's a thing of doing the wrong things in school, studying the wrong things, and kind of trying to follow others and listening to the wrong people. And in 2015, everything started for me because I felt everyone was moving forward while I had to figure out what I'm going to do. So I feel like that's where it started. Instead of me doing something that I was going to be miserable with, let me truly figure out what I want to do, which was business. So that's where everything started for me. I started questioning everything. It's crazy. I dropped one of my employees at the taxi rank in town center this morning. He was actually with me yesterday. Um, I haven't been there in a while, brother, but you asked me where it started. It started off with 6 in the morning, waiting for a bus to take you to the town center, just so that you could travel to campus each and every day. That wasn't a problem. The problem was sitting in that bus, listening to the people and the conversations. I started realizing and I started checking out my surroundings. It looked like rats to me. I couldn't understand it at the time, but I knew something didn't feel right. So it was like everything just looked miserable. you get there, you're tired, it's cold, there's characters, there's this one wanting money, there's that, there's that. You kind of feel, I want better in this life, I don't want this. So it was a thing of starting, that's why I started to question everything. And then obviously the 45-minute drive in the bus, the stop to this, just every feeling that I felt, the uncomfortable feeling of people standing close to and all of this. And then I spoke to my dad about it, and obviously now listening to the people's conversations, basic things, because I mean you can hear whoever saying whatever in the bus, and it would be like, I hate my job, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. And I was like, shit, I'm studying. Um, but this is what I have to conform to now. And then I told my dad about it, and he was the one who kind of sparked a lot. You see, he was like a catalyst to it. So he was like, listen, when you have time, and you're not doing anything, you're off, go to Musenberg and go on a Monday morning. You know, there's the stigma attached to a Monday morning. It's a blue Monday morning.
Yo, brother, I agree.
Yeah. So I went there on a Monday morning, and I saw a completely different picture. And I think my dad just went for me to go once, but I took off from campus for the entire week. I was like, "Fuck, that's what I want."
Yeah.
And I sat there and I kind of pretended to be part of that, and I loved it because I see the white people sitting with the champagne, they relax, they salad, they things like, even though I didn't have the money to sit, I just wanted to experience the sound of the beach, all of those things. It's calm, everything is relaxed. And then that's when I started questioning why, on the one hand, does everything seem miserable, and on the other hand, life is beautiful. So this is where I want to be. What did they do to get here, and what did you do to stay there? So that's where everything started for me. I started questioning everything.
And how did you go from the, what did you do?
Sure, brother, the rabbit hole and Steve after that. I started questioning. It took me deep into, obviously I finished my studies, but then I became so attached to that places because there's obviously more. There's Coldplay, there's Holdplay, there's those places. So I needed to figure out how am I going to be close to that and that feeling and not this. So I started doing my studies at night, which meant I could use my mom's car. You understand?
Yeah.
It was a bit more tougher, but it was fine. And then yeah, the more I started being in that environment, that's when everything started changing. And I was like, that takes you back to apartheid. It takes you back to the time where, why are these guys here? And why is my brothers and my sisters not here? You understand?
Yeah,
Let's say we there's a racial divide, which I don't like, but there is, let's be real.
Yeah.
So I was, I was thinking, and there's still the racial divide is still there. They still own the monopoly. I think everything is just a hoax, basically. I think this whole thing of democracy, there's no real democracy because how much years has it been since apartheid is done? There are people, the problem is they're still stuck in that mindset.
And which mindset is that exactly?
The mindset of blaming other people for their situations and things like that. If I speak to these people, if I speak to our brothers and our sisters, they would say, the reason why I'm here is because of this. The reason why I'm living in Manenberg is because of this. The reason why I'm here is this. The white man is this. Right enough, the white man did whatever he wanted to do. They did whatever, but that's done. It's been years now. So what are we doing now about it? That's my thing. So I couldn't be around people like that. That's going to, again, not to say that I'm better and I don't want to associate myself, but it comes to a point where you repeat something to yourself so much and the things that you were taught by your parents so much, it becomes in your subconscious, that becomes what you believe. So it's going to take us time to get over that, to understand. So, yeah, that's.
So speak to us about, you mentioned to me before crossing over.
Yeah.
When you explain to your friends about the crossing over and you would really explain to us about the real story.
So one day we were chilling, and then we were drinking as well, and then my friend has like sad and things like trees as well, and we were speaking about society, right? So before I explain how I felt like I crossed over, society is, in my mind, it's like a circle, right? In that circle, you'll find the government, you'll find social media, you'll find all these things that people feel they need to do certain things in order to feel part of something. So that is a system that kind of controls you, like the video like we shared, the Matrix. So that is everything they teach you before you're even born. So let's say for an example, typical example, a Muslim and a Christian. We're the same person, we believe the same things, mostly. But the thing is this, you were taught something different kind of to what I was taught. So my thing is this the circle of society that they teach you things, they don't allow your mind to run free. That's the thing, they want to block and cage your mind. And the mind is one of the most powerful things, especially the subconscious mind. So if they are the ones teaching you everything with regards to religion, with regards to school, with regards to everything, they are showing you what you need to do. In school, in most schools, they teach you how to be an employee. They're not teaching us how to be employers. In church, and I know it might offend a few people, I've been to church, I've played in the band, I've done, they, I believe, not all churches, I believe, um, I don't truly believe that they are following, they are preaching, and are doing what God wants us to do. That's what I believe, because I think it didn't resonate all the time with me, everything that was going on. So what I meant was when I said I crossed over, I was also on Facebook and all these things at the time, but I never liked it. And I found myself asking, why don't I like this stuff? Or what's wrong with it? And I realized the dopamine. So we don't know that there's a chemical, it's called dopamine, that's released. So Facebook was just a normal, it was basically like an experiment, right? And once it came out, they didn't know it was going to be this big. So, for an example, if I could explain dopamine, say for instance, you post a picture and I like it, you get 10 likes, that makes you feel good. Dopamine is anything that makes you feel good. So, once the chemical is released, now your body releases dopamine moderately for your own benefit, for your own good. Now the problem with Facebook is it's trying to, and Instagram, all these things, it's trying to stimulate it more and more. So it's the same as when a drug addict does drugs. He doesn't like the drug. He likes the fact that the dopamine, that's the high that he gets. So the more dopamine is being released, the higher, the better high you feel, as well as alcohol, as well as all of these substances that you can drink. So that is what Facebook is doing, and people don't understand, which is why you're finding people taking pictures of their food, doing all sorts of weird things. If I take it 10 years or 15 years back, you would say that this is absurd that's happening right now. So that's kind of, I'm not judging anyone that's on Facebook. All I'm saying, all these things, know what they're doing. So when I group all of these things together, when I look at what the government is doing with regards to taxes and all those things and how they sold it to us way back then and how it's working now, I realize that we're all trapped in the system. So when I decided to cross over, when you cross over, I always look at it like two hands. On the one hand, you get security, you get to work for someone's company. They tell you when you can eat, when you can do this, when you can do that. They tell you be there from 9 to 5. You're basically their prisoner for money. On the other hand, once you cross over, you can decide, right, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You can figure out things for yourself where there's someone else telling you, listen here, like rats in a cage, you need to wake up this time, you need to be at work from 9 to 5, you need to eat 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you can take a 15-minute tea time. Now, going back to what we were speaking about earlier, where does that lead you? It leads you going back to town center, it leads you sitting back in traffic, having these miserable conversations with one another. I hate my job, I hate the time, I hate this, I hate that. Do you understand? So on the one hand, that's what they are creating. That's the system that they built. The system isn't broken, it was built that way. There's nothing wrong with the system. That's just how it's built. And on the other hand, crossing over, you're free. And I believe that's where I found God, through Jesus. Like I said, I started my own business as well. I know I'm with Sanlam as well, but there I get free time. No one tells me when I need to be there besides for meetings and those things, you understand? So I've worked my way to earn that perks.
Yeah. So speak to us about money and marketing. I feel like the people have the wrong impressions about money, the wrong education. People. What's your perspective on money and marketing? What, yeah.
So there's no value in money, to be honest with you. That's the way I feel. Like they say money's paper, but we all know what money can do. Money only, going back to the dopamine and all these things, anything that you can think of that releases dopamine. So if I took out 10,000 rand for you and I gave it to you now, you're going to feel good.
Yeah.
So it's dopamine being released. So it's exactly what the employees are doing. They're taking they're giving you money, you're spending your time, which cannot be given back, it cannot be taken back. And that's the most important thing. And they're giving you something like a rat at the end of the month. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with it. But we need to realize what's happening. That's why we're here. So my perspective on money is that you can't have a love for money. You can't serve a God and love money. You can't love two gods. You can only serve one. If you're gonna love the one, you're gonna hate the other. So that is my opinion. So I see people doing you see the thing comes where it's the love of money will make you do all sorts of things that goes against your morals and values. So let's say for instance someone says, listen, there's 20,000 and just turn your eye and do this and do that. You understand? So 20,000, it's fine, I'll just do that or whatever. But if you know, like the Bible says, don't do it for someone else. Make as whatever you do it to the best of your ability and do it for God. So picture God standing and you're doing it for Him. So then, if I love God, then I'll turn my back and take that 20,000 just so that you can do whatever you want to do. Do you understand? I'm not selling out. So that's my thing about money. It's just a way of them controlling us as well, because the only thing it does is it gives you buying power, and that's it. And it links back to dopamine, because people are buying things that they don't even need.
Yeah. So speak to us about, me and you both very fascinated with the mind, how the mind works. Speak to us about the subconscious mind, how powerful that is.
The subconscious mind is extremely powerful. Now, I'm no neurosurgeon or anything like that, but you know, and I know, because we watch all these things, I do my own research and all of this, and if it makes sense, then I should say. So, the subconscious mind is basically like a program of what I've learned. It's a program that when you are young, these are the things that you learn. So, as I'm studying now, my second qualification, I'm doing psychology as well. It's one of my modules. And it's so fascinating that when you're a child, like your mom would say, don't touch the stove and you burn your hand.
Yeah.
And then we touch it anyway.
Yeah.
So the next time we're not going to touch it again, because that's how we learn. Yeah. So picture your subconscious mind as all the things that you learn throughout your life. Not throughout your life, there's a specific time period from 1 to 7. That's the time where the child is operating in theta state. Theta state is one of the most powerful states because you're using imagination. That's when a child can take a broom and imagine he's riding a pony. For him or her, they do believe that they can play with sand and believe it's actual cakes. Things like this. So the mind, the imagination is extremely powerful, and they're operating from the subconscious mind. The problem is, though, in our society, in where we are being taught the wrong things. So, for an example, if I took you to Camps Bay and I said to you, Caden, do you believe that you'll be able to afford this 50 million house? What are you going to tell me?
Sure. I don't think I would.
Why?
Yeah.
If I look at a white man and he asks his child, all he taught his child is how to succeed. What are we being taught? We are being taught how to be employees, how to work for other people, just to have enough. You understand? Yeah. So that from 1 to 7, we were taught, listen, you need to do well in school, you need to do this, you need to do that, whatever the case may be. As you grow older, listen, you need to be an employee, study, work for someone, earn 30,000, you'll be okay. But 30,000 is never going to get you 50 million house. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, in their mind, you will see you go to Waterfront and all these places, it's owned by a lot of white people, the shops and all of these things. Why are they so successful? Why are they popping up shops? Why? Because it's not. We need to come out of this mindset where we feel they've been given everything. That's their program in the subconscious mind. You understand? So the subconscious mind, it's your makeup, it's your build-up of everything that you've been taught. Whether it's touching the stove or not listening, you're never going to touch the stove again. So it goes for every other lesson. But the issue is our parents and their parents and their parents were taught them to be employees, so they're teaching it. So that's where everything came about for me as well. I don't want to be an employee. I am at the company, but I also started my own business as well. So I'm on the verge of doing it, you understand? And there's nothing wrong with being an employee. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Doesn't make me better, doesn't make anyone else less inferior. Just so that's clear. The thing is, we need to be aware of what they are doing and what we are teaching our children and what we would do as well. Understand? So the subconscious mind is something that we operate on a daily basis. So you cannot just go into the subconscious mind and say, okay, for 20 years I've been taught how to be an employee. All of a sudden I'm going to be a business, which is why you find people who start business out of nowhere fails very quickly because they're not going back into the subconscious mind, they're not reprogramming what they've been taught. So they're not used to the challenges when it comes up, you understand? So you can't, that's for an example, the way I would see it is like you can't run Windows 10 operations on a Windows 7 operation.
Yeah.
So you were taught Windows 7 all of your life. Now all of a sudden you want a 50 million rand house. You can't just go and do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to first teach yourself those things in your subconscious mind. It's like a program. So your subconscious mind will kick out. That's your subconscious mind telling you. I just asked you earlier, what did you say? I didn't think how it. That's your subconscious mind speaking. You were never taught how to get the impossible. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's not your parents' fault, it's none of their faults. That's just the system of society that we're in. They keep us there. So once you cross over, everything is kind of possible. You are afraid, there's nothing wrong with it, but as long as the fear is not bigger than God, you understand, you can always move forward. At night, you can always reprogram your subconscious mind and you can go deeper into that as well.
Yeah. And marketing, what can you tell everyone about marketing? How, yeah.
So marketing was also one of my modules while I was studying. And
You have great amount of knowledge about marketing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say greatest people, greater, but
Yeah.
I had a lecturer, Mr. Hendricks. Sure. Yeah, the guy was powerful. The things that he taught us, I don't know if everyone else was sleeping, but he had me like I was like attached. And when I was done studying, I realized, shit, like I'm checking everything out that's happening around me now. So for an example, the mall is the playground. And when I say they, I mean the elite of the elite. They're behind the scenes, they run the malls, they do this, they do that. These people, they hire attention engineers, marketing departments, this, that, and that. There's no coincidence that McDonald's uses red and yellow. Those are the colors that make you hungry and that attracts you to them. Like you can eat a plate of food and drive past McDonald's now, you're not even hungry. You just kinda wanna stop there for an ice cream or something. So most people they're not educated on it, so they don't know that as well. So that's marketing. Another thing is with regards to marketing. It's the wording, it's the everything. I would love for everyone to just understand what the shops are doing. So a classic example that they would do is Black Friday. So I see everyone going on crazy. It's Black Friday, we need to do this, we need to do that. Right? And everything is connected, everything links. So just follow me. China can create an iPhone, right? A replica, whatever the case may be. They can make it, let's say they make it for 3,000. The shops buy it for 3,000 and sell it to you for 18,000. Black Friday comes and selling it to you for 10,000. They're still making profit. our people who don't have the money, they are the ones going to get the iPhone is now for 10,000. We need to at least get it while it's like that. But little do they know the shops actually pay 3,000 for it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to put yourself in debt for something. And if you pay close attention, the white people are never there really when it comes to Black Fridays and those things, because they are behind these things. They understand. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's our colored people and all of and our African people, we are the ones that need to be educated on this, because once they have you with it, they have you working for the companies all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all they want. They need you to run that machines. They need you to do this. They need you to do that. They can't. A robot can't pick up a machine and start hiring people over the phone. Sales will always be sales. So I'm just saying, for an example, you need a person who works in the call center to come and operate that phone. It's not going to work itself. So they'll pay you a basic of 6,000. You work strange shift, 3 o'clock in the morning. You have to be there. You leave 12 o'clock, whatever the case may be. They need you there. So you getting your 6,000. When Black Friday comes, only Africans and coloreds are there. Those that don't even have the money. But the iPhone is 10,000 this time. Little do they know that they actually paid 3,000 only for it. It was 18,000, whatever it's going for nowadays. But they're still making their money and they're still capturing it. So that goes for Easter and all these things as well, brother. Marketing. I don't know where the Easter bunny came from with regards to Easter. I don't know how that even relates to Jesus dying on the cross for us. It's a mockery. Christmas as well. Who's Father Christmas? Where does he come from? Everything. And if you look at Father Christmas's colors, it's red again, pops up, and white. It'll attract you. And it's all about gifts. So do you understand the marketing tool? There's a marketing department that's liaising with psychologists, that's liaising with attention engineers to capture you guys, to capture us. So that if you see something that's this, usually they'll catch, and I'm sure everyone that's going to watch this, and you as well, if you walk past a shop, they would be there 50% off. Most of the time the colors are red and yellow with exclamation marks. So you don't even need the new pair of shoes or the new sweater. You're just going to go in to check. Once you're there, they have you. It's like a spider web.
Wow. And going back to crossing over, what advice would you give to someone to start and not be afraid to step over that line and thinking differently? What advice would you give to someone?
You must.
How can you make them more aware of things like
You must see the situation that you're in now. So if you're working at a call center, if you're doing an admin job, if you hate your job, start questioning yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. It's not a nice thing, because then you have to answer. That's the worst thing. I can lie to you all I want, but when I drive off here, my spirit is going to convict me, and that's the worst thing. I believe that's what everyone is running from. So if you really want to, what I would say, cross over, step out of that circle, I'm going to draw an imaginary circle. Majority of us are in there, right? What happens when I step out of that circle? Everything is open. You see, there's no more border for me. Everything
you're not
is
in a
possible.
prison anymore.
Yes, everything is possible. The way you start to think, everything is possible. You understand what I'm saying? So then the process begins for you. So then if I come and I say, Caden, you now step over, I'm taking you back to camps where you think, how do you think?
Definitely.
Because now
I can do anything I want to,
I can start to think of ways to get there, do you understand?
Instead of making excuses.
Exactly. Because now, in that circle, but I need to be at work from 9 to 5. Where am I going to get time to do this in order to get there? When you step out there, and I'm not encouraging people to leave their jobs, all I'm saying is recognize and realize the system that you are in. And once you cross over, everything is kind of... For me currently, now I feel like I'm operating in both. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes it doesn't get me in the sense where I have to stay from a 9 to 5 or this or that. So I read books and this, I read a lot, and then I would think, okay, I'm learning from this guy. So he fully dived out, and then he was homeless. I don't want to be homeless. So I'm here, But I'm figuring out how I'm going to get my house that I want. Not that it's important because when I die, I'm leaving it behind anyway. But I would love to have a mountain view, a sea view, all of these things. I want to live the way I want to live. I mean, that's what I work for. So that's for someone who wants to. You need to just question yourself.
And
That's where it starts.
with regards to systems, what can you tell us about systems? You mentioned to me when I met you at the party, or yeah, you spoke to me about systems. How important is the systems that we live in? Like,
So I read back in the olden days. I forget. Back in the olden days, and I'll get to the system. In the olden days, the government wanted to sell the idea of tax to us, right? And we rejected it. We didn't want it. It didn't make sense. And they said, listen, but you think it's fair for your employer, the white man, whatever the case may be, do you think it's fair for him to be making millions and you making this money and we're not taking money from him? And then they were like, okay, if you say it like that, then it's fine. Let's tax us. But if you look at it, the minority is that rich people, the majority is the poor people. So the system is plain and simple. They take our money, the white man doesn't pay tax. That's it, that's blatant facts. And if you're gonna go down deeper down in the rabbit hole, if I can give you an example, I did a tax claim and I was going back and forth with him. To the point where I was exhausted. Like, you said that I needed to get X amount. Now this time you're telling me I need to get this amount. And the reason is we need to make our target. I was like, what do you mean you need to make your target? This is what it says on the paper. Here's all the proof. How do you mean you need to make a target? They're like, listen, this comes from our higher ups. And obviously, who is your higher ups is what I said. Let me speak to the manager of SARS. And she came and she's like, sir, it doesn't come from us, it comes from my head office. And I'm like, who is your head office? The government. Who's deciding that you guys are just going to give me this and this is what the paper says? Who makes that decision? And I'm like, sir, there's nothing we can do about it. And I was like, I have to accept the little that they gave me from all the money that they've been taking from me because she said, quote unquote, they need to make it their target.
wow. And like, with me again, when it comes to money and thinking differently to others and things, like you mentioned, you can't love God and love money. You know what I mean? And why do you think so many people love money? Why do you think when people get paid, the first thing they think of is maybe buying clothes or spoiling them? So, like, like you mentioned to me as well, like when you get your salary, so you save it. How do you differentiate? Like, why is your mindset different to these, or how can they also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think and I believe it goes back to the dopamine thing. So as soon as, and I'm sure you've heard this before, people say they can't wait for the money to come and they wait for that SMS like a drug addict is looking for drugs, looking for something to sell.
Yeah.
So as soon as that SMS comes through, they go straight to the shops, that's dopamine released, and they're going back to the shops to get more and more dopamine. And if you put everything that we've spoken about thus far, you say everything links.
Yeah.
They are the ones that owns everything. They are the ones that's releasing that little dopamine for you. So every month you'll get the salary, get a good dopamine kick. Tomorrow is Saturday, I can go to the shops. That's where there's the playground as well. So they'll just play the games with their marketing tools. All of a sudden, you don't want to eat bread anymore. You want to go to McDonald's. You want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this, you want to do that. You even go as far as putting yourself in debt.
Speaking about debt, speak to us about debt, please, bro. Because like, when I look around, I see a lot of people in debt. So my question is, I know the reason why, but like, I know sometimes you need to have debt to get certain things and things. But what's your perspective on debt in the whole? And why is people in debt, and why are they always in debt?
That's also the way that the governments and the banks work. So, for an example, when I was younger, my dad explained to me that I needed to have credit score, credit record. So if you trace that credit score back, and you don't just take it for what it is, and you go back further, it then says to you in plain it says, take out credit cards, take out this, take out that. That's the only way we can see that you can afford a house one day or a car. So in order for me to get a secure house or secure roof over my head, you first want me to go into debt. You see, and there's different levels to it. So you can't just have a Mr. Price account and pay this and that. You understand?
Yeah.
You paying maybe 150 and that means nothing to us. How do I know you can pay 10,000 rand for a bond every month? You understand what I'm saying? So, which means they're telling you need to go higher and higher and higher, and some people never get out of that shit.
And so, like, me and you know, we like to read and things. So, how important is reading? No. How important is it to keep, you know, exercising your mind, you know, to new things, important things? Because I see some people will read, for example, they'll idolize the wrong people. So we'll read books of those people. Why not idolize on how to better yourself as a person?
Mm.
Idolize your mindset, you know,
Yeah.
learning about things. But like, how do you see reading? How important is reading actually?
Reading is extremely vital. It's extremely vital, and again, it seems as though everything is going back to dopamine.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to read something that's going to make you depressed.
True. Yeah.
So for me and for you, well, again, I need to tell your audience that it's not that we're better. We're not better than anyone. We're all equal, but because we're thinking differently. I like to read things that convicts me, like you're not working out enough, you're not doing this enough, whatever the case may be, and how to get out of that. That makes me, that hypes me up. There's someone who want to read about Kim Kardashian or whatever the case may be, which isn't really beneficial, but it releases a dopamine fix, and it all comes back to that dopamine thing again. Because what they're then going to do is, for an example, that, well, you don't get books really of Kim Kardashian, like let's follow on Instagram, let's do all of this. Kim Kardashian's putting up new makeup and all of these things so that we can also try that and get more views and more likes. So that's in a nutshell.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, what fascinates me about you is you see things differently to others, or you crossed over already. You know, you don't want to go back into where you were back then, right? So, how do you keep staying consistent? You know, because I mean, like for example, your environment. If you have a growth mindset, now you come in an environment where there's people that has like a different mindset. You know, with the wrong things. How do you get down to these standards, or what do you do? How do you deal with them? You know, especially in your working environment, etc., etc.
So like I keep saying, I don't believe that I'm better than anyone or anything. So I'll hear what you are talking about, whatever the case may be, and I'll be quiet for the most part.
So just observing.
Just observing. People say to me that you will be crazy if you think like this. Someone specifically said to me, you'll be crazy if you cross over, because once you come in, you can't socialize with us anymore. And I said, if that's the case, then I'm gonna risk it. It's fine. Why would I want to have meaningless conversations about Instagram and this one and that one? In any case, how's it going to benefit me? Which is why I told you when we met, my dream is to kind of be off the grid, because that's where I believe I can find God more. I'm quiet, I'm isolated with my family, not in the sense where there's no one around us. Let's say my house is an hour away from the city or whatever the case may be, but I can fish, I can go and hunt, I can do this, I can spend time with my family, teach them in a way, and lead my household in a way away from that. Yeah. So when they do go there, they're fully prepared and they're ready to understand what I'm saying.
That legacy also.
Yes, yeah. So I'm not keeping them away from people, and they're not supposed to interact, but I want them to be more in touch with nature, because if you're going to CBD and all these places, you will see it's just massive buildings, even the smell is horrendous, it's just not nice.
Yeah. And you know, with regards to exercising, I don't know if you exercise every day or so, but what's your habits? Because with me, I struggle with consistency. Some days, it's normal. We're all human. Like, you will wake up and you'll feel like you don't feel like exercising. But what I've learned is that if I can teach my body, just like a human teaches a dog to sit down, what if I can have control over my body with my mind? Because our bodies are unconscious, man. And so it's more powerful than our mind because it's been trained like that. For example, when people get home from work, they're tired, they want to lay. You know what I mean? So for me, I've been trying to be consistent, but so speak to me about your habits, daily habits and things.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even have daily habits, to be honest with you. There's nothing for me, and that's something that I'm kind of working on. I don't have a thing of where I wake up 4 in the morning and do this and do that. I do wake up quite early, and I do have certain things that I would do. I would pray, I would meditate before I do whatever else. That kind of sets my day up for me. When there is enough time and the weather's really nice, I would like to go to the beach, either sit there or snorkel or something like that. Yeah, that's for me different.
Yeah.
Because I'm setting up my day different.
Yeah.
Instead of waking up, checking my phone, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I leave the phone aside because once you do that, you're teaching your brain how to be reactive because throughout the night, you got so much emails, you got so much messages, so all you're doing is you're starting to reply and that sets your day up. And most of the times it's things you need to do. So all of a sudden you don't get time to pray, you don't get time to meditate. And what that does is it teaches you how to be reactive. So if you tell me, Johnny, listening to that, all I'm going to do is react. I'm not even going to be able to listen to you because every morning it's a habit that I'm just picking up my phone and I'm starting. So you say I'm setting my day up.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that that's a good thing for us to do. We shouldn't pick our phones up. We should do what we should do. Get that out of the way before we leave. We check your phone. You understand? So now, and coming back to it, what you were saying, the flesh. Everything is linked to the Bible. So the flesh is we shouldn't give in to the desires of the flesh. But then again, it comes back to the mind. What you were doing in your mind. So if I decide every weekend I'm going to drink, it's not in my mind to drink. So I'm giving in to the desires of the flesh, which the Bible says you shouldn't. But then it comes back to what program do I have in my mind? To understand? What have I taught myself? And there is a way to remove it as well, which we are going to touch on.
Yeah. And then meditation, you mentioned you meditate. So speak to them about meditation. How important is it? And why should one do meditation?
So there's a law called the law of attraction, right? And we were in a social group, and I spoke to two of my people, to my employees, and I had a stone in my hand, and I kept on throwing the stone up while people were talking, and I guess I got bored. And in the background, I was just doing it with the stone, and then I was realizing that the stone keeps coming down, and that's the law of gravity. That whatever goes up must come down. And I was thinking, yeah, but this is kind of pointless though. Like, what's it not going to benefit me in my life? And I started with the law of attraction. And one of my employees actually really put it in my head with regards to the law of attraction. So I want to say this, right, before I go into the law of attraction. Me throwing that stone up and down like that, I can see it. If anyone says to me, I'll give you R1 million, what do you think is going to happen when you throw that stone up? I'm going to say 100% this thing is coming down. Get my R1 million ready.
Yeah.
But if someone asks, if I say to you, Braden, I want you to attract that 50 million rand house to you. If you don't get it, I'd kill you. And you are going to tell me, then it's fine. I don't want to try it.
Yeah.
I don't want to try it because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Right? So it goes back to the Bible. Why is God telling us to have faith the size of a mustard seed? Why should we not want to see? We shouldn't want to see things. That's the problem with us. We want to see things to believe it. But if I throw that stone up, it's worthless to me. That's evident that the law of gravity is at play. So that's same with the Bible. It all comes from me and in the law of attraction. Whatever I put out there with my mind is what I'm going to get back. People have a thing called Murphy's Law. You don't know if it's
Yep,
yours.
yep, yep.
So if I wake up in the morning and I'm late and I'm rushed and all I'm thinking about is red robots, and you're late. So what they would do is they would say you're late, and now you think that you're late. So now every robot is red. Ah, this is Murphy's law. It's not Murphy's law. That's the law of attraction. You've attracted those red robots. I dare you to try it one day.
Yeah.
I dare you. It happened to me all the time. So even sometimes when I'm running late, I'm like, it's fine. I'll probably be a bit late, but there won't be traffic or anything. There's a bit that it's free flowing. It's going. It's going. But, you all of a sudden find, oh shit, I'm late, and you're in a rush, and then you'll find the traffic is all of a sudden slower. That's what you put out. So classic example that I would like to use with the law of attraction. If I don't know you and I bring you a sweater and it's green and you hate the color green and you tell me, ah, but I hate the sweater, it's green, odds are I'm never going to give you a gift ever again.
Yeah.
So that's how they call it the universe, but I say it's God. If you are not grateful for what you get, so let's say anything that you want to attract, let's say you want a car, but you weren't specific, so God made a way for you to get a certain car, but you aren't grateful. So all of a sudden, it breaks down, it does this, it does it, because you're not grateful. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the more you're grateful for what you get, the more he can give you. You understand?
Yeah.
So if I gave you that green sweat and you're like, thanks man, I love it, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna think, okay, we appreciate, I'm gonna buy him a gift. And it even goes back to dopamine, because I'm gonna feel good that I got your gift, you're gonna feel good, and I'm gonna continue to, you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the law of attraction. So meditation is kind of the key to that. So when you pray, you're praying for what you want, you're praying for everything, for safety and for everything. And the problem is when we pray, we walk away. We don't give God a chance to speak, and He speaks loud and clear. And then when things don't go away, we cry and ask, why aren't you answering? But you just prayed and walked away. When was He supposed to speak to you? So now all of a sudden, bad things happen to you throughout your day. You didn't allow God to speak. He's trying to capture your attention, but you're not listening. So that's why I meditate. I pray, and then I would lay quietly. I would still everything would be quiet in the house, and then God would show me things. He'd show me visions and all of these things. So I can tell you about my meditation. People will think that I'm crazy, but it's fine. I believe it and I understand it. So
Yeah. And what impact would you like to leave in the world?
my impact that I would like to leave in the world, my purpose that I believe in this life links back to how I was brought up, how I was raised, the environment that I was in. So if you track back to apartheid, you would see that they put all of us in one place. So the white man believed, and I have nothing against the white man, it's just facts is facts. So the white man put all of our grandmothers and our grandparents, they dumped us all in places called the Cape Flat. So that's where I grew up. So I was, I live in a flat, but it's ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's dirt. It's all of this. It's crazy. And but as I stood, if you stand right on top, you can see the mountains far out. And I believe I was the only child at that age fascinated with the mountain. Like you see out the beauty of it, but when you look here, you're surrounded by dirt again. I was fortunate enough to get out of the place and starting to think like this. So clearly it says to me this, you were put in that place. I didn't give you an opportunity. I didn't give you the luxury to choose. I would want to be there. I would want to be in Outbreak. I would want to be born there in the beautiful mountains and the beach and things. Instead, I'm born here. I made it out. I still visit there from time to time. But we check out the little boys that's being brought into this world by drug addicts, but they didn't get a chance as well. They're being taught the wrong things. I literally saw a boy's arm shaking like that. His arm was broken. His mother, well, she wasn't there. She was doing her own thing. She's on drugs. That's not my, I don't care to speak on her. All I care about is that little boy. So my question is, I need to get them out. I need to teach them everything and I need to provide for them because they didn't ask. There's a reason why I was there and got out. So you see, money is important, to fulfill my life purpose. Any car that I have, any material thing that I have, when I die, I'm leaving it behind. But my purpose is to, when I provide an opportunity for them, a better place to stay, all of these things, the opportunity to go and study, to do whatever they want, to believe in them, to teach them the right mindset, the way to think, the true way to find Jesus, then when I die and I have a conversation with my Creator, I want him to clap for me and say, you completed what I put you there to do. That's my mission. So all of my hard work, my money, will be for my family and things like that, but it will never be surrounded by material things. It will only be my legacy that is left on, and it's not even about me, it's about looking down on those children, and they are now also impacting the world, also going, keeping it going, and that's how I believe, when I have a conversation with my God, that he's going to tell me, you understood exactly why you were there, you never blamed anyone, you understand all the lessons that I taught you, you're not perfect, you're not better than anyone, but at least you understood why you were born and why you were there. That's the impact.
And I feel like we all have a purpose here on earth, and a lot of people, they struggle to find the purpose, and it starts by passion. Like if you find your passion, and I believe like if you use your passion in service of others, you find your purpose.
Yeah.
And so yeah, brother. And if you could create one law, what would it be? One law, what people have to follow?
Tax must fall. Taxes must fall.
So taxes.
Taxes must fall, brother. I understand that the government needs to fix this, that, and the other, but if I'm going to pay taxes, let's make it realistic. I highly doubt it's ever going to fall. But if I could change the law, let me decide where I want to put my money. Let me decide that I want to give it, if I'm paying X amount of tax that you are taking before I even get paid, let me decide what you should do with it. You understand? Because there's people starving at this, that, whatever. The top politicians are nowhere in sight. They're the ones taking the money. They're the ones living in camps, with building mountain houses and mansions and things like that. But my brother is starving in Mitchell's Plain in the Cape Flats, not even having anything to eat. So let me decide what's happening. Also, before we, there's very, very conscious rappers out there. Like I spoke to you about before, J. Cole, he speaks about all these things.
Speak to us about that.
So I'm very, very intrigued by J. Cole, and I'm understanding that there's
He's deep, eh?
Yeah,
He's deep.
there's a new wave of rappers coming in. And it's the trap. You can't make out what they're saying, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now J. Cole is a guy, he stepped in, he always he understood that circle, and I can tell you why, because he didn't step out of it. And J. Cole is speaking also about taxes and things, about how much he has to pay, and why can't he decide also where he wants to put the money, seeing that he's the one who needs to pay. Now he's saying that the government, it goes to money hungry people, and they are making guns that lands up in his woods and kills the people anyway. When the mother comes from the funeral of the son that they just shot, it goes back to taxes. She remembers that at the end of the month she has to pay taxes again. So it's a vicious cycle. One thing that I just learned now, because I do work with a lot of unions as well, with regards to the industry that I'm in. I spoke to someone powerful there. She works for the farmers union, and the things that she was telling me that happens on farms, and our government isn't even stepping into play. But as far as they are concerned, people are being, that's exactly what he says in his music.
J. Cole.
He says, you're slaving you're slaving in the sun all day, and you see the master creeping into your lady shack. 9 months later, you find a baby that's not quite what you expected.
Wow.
That is why we turn light skin. And I cannot share what they are sharing, because obviously now it's confidential.
Yeah.
But those things, just to give the audience a clue, that those things are still happening today.
Yeah.
The most gruesome of things. And he also says, and this is something that I saw before that back then, physical slavery, we were slaves in shackles and all these things. Today, everything that we've just spoken about now shows you how we're still slaves in our mind. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cross over.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, dive into this man's world. Take the opportunity to watch this video. Watch it done. Johnamy, thanks so much, brother.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate you. And hope to see you soon again.
Definitely so, bro.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you guys.